Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video, we're going to briefly discuss U.S. passport applications and the implications for those who may have deficiencies when it comes to photo identification of themselves or just backup identification generally. Basically, in some previous postings on this channel, we've discussed the Trump administration's so-called extreme vetting procedures with respect to U.S. visas, and now the proposal from the U.S. State Department that there are going to be sort of long-form visa applications. I just sort of wanted to bring up the point that back in about 2013, 2014, another long form was created, and that was created with respect to U.S. passport applicants. Again, presumably those who are deficient in identification, and thus far, and myself, I have personal experience dealing with this not only on behalf of clients, but for me personally, having actually obtained a new passport within about 6 months of this video being made. I will say that not everybody is subject to this longer form. It's called the DS 5520, and it asks extra questions, basically, and I believe it does so presumably for those who do not have enough requisite documentation that the consular officer issuing the passport feels comfortable in doing so, so they want some further information. But at the same time, this all appears to me to be part of an overriding trend of more information gathering. Information is being gathered by organizations associated with U.S. immigration or U.S. travel, period, as a U.S. passport has nothing to do with immigration per se, as these, we're talking citizens of the United States or U.S. nationals. But in this longer form of it, again, this DS 5520 asks for more in-depth information than the other DS forms that are used for the passports themselves. Things like list all of your parents' residences 1 year before your birth, parents' place of employment at the time of your birth, dates of employment, name of employer, address of employer. Did your mother receive medical care while pregnant with you and or up to 1 year after your birth? Names as well as addresses and phone numbers available of persons present at your birth, such as medical personnel, family members, etc. Please list any schools, daycare centers, or development programs you attended from birth to age 18 in or outside the United States. Please list all of your permanent residences in or outside the United States. So it's rather interesting that it looks to me like, again, the overriding trend, the overarching trend, if you will, with respect to Department of State is more info. They're looking for more info. Being out here in Bangkok, Thailand, I think it's rather interesting that over the course of about the last 18-24 months, Thai immigration has added a lot of questions to some of their forms here in Thailand, and I noticed that there were various people, at least out on the forums and things on the internet, who were grumbling rather heavily about how this was intrusive and all of this. It's a global trend, it seems. Well, at least it's an American trend. Again, long form applications for U.S. visas seem to be coming down the pike with increasing speed, and it seems to me that it could be a rather regular thing. And further information with respect to U.S. passports, and this is on U.S. citizens who presumably may be traveling abroad, or they may be in the United States, who knows, but simply applying for a passport without what is deemed to be sufficient documentation, or if it's deemed that further information is required, it seems like this DS 5520 could be required of someone before a passport is issued. In either case, as previously noted, all of this looks like an increasingly common trend in the travel and immigration sector, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon.